This episode is sponsored by the On With Origins podcast. Learn how credit union experts conquer today's toughest challenges while driving measurable results. Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President CEO Tansley Stern's podcast, Despite Impossible. Now on to the show. Studio Lounge interviews brought to you by Eltropy. Lawson here with CU Broadcast. Welcome back to our continued coverage of Eltropy's EMERGE conference here in beautiful Santa Clara, California, where the sun is out, there's not a cloud in the sky, and there's an amusement park right next door I just discovered. So all good here at the EMERGE conference. But to make it even better, we have the dynamic duo here from Janusea. Masako Long. Masako,
Hi.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. And then Kyle Stutzman over there, way down there on the end of the couch. How are you, sir?
Doing great.
Good.
How's it down there?
It's all right. It's a little warmer over here because I'm closer to the sun.
Nice.
But we'll leave that to the Weather Channel. All right, guys. Well, what brings you guys to Eltropy, to the EMERGE conference this year? Because I know you guys are working together. You have some sort of partnership going on.
Yes.
So what brings you here this time around?
We have a strong partnership with Eltropy, working to help them overcome the core integration challenge so that they can focus on all the cool things that they're doing. They had some product announcements. They had some interesting things that they have on the horizon. So the last thing they want to do is really deal with the core integrations. I mean, obviously it's a team effort, so we're doing it together, but we're in partnership with them.
How long has the partnership been going on? 10 years, 20 years, 3 years?
More like less than a year.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So
but we move quick.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have, I think there's 15 joint institutions actively working together.
Okay.
And just, I think another 15 that are in queue.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, it's great to see the innovation that's coming and the way we can collaborate with them and move things ahead quickly.
Well, see, that's one of the really cool trends that I like seeing right now is that a lot of these kind of the vendor partners are partnering to help out specific credit unions. So it's pretty cool to see that. So what sparked this idea? Since it's semi-new, what sparked the idea to kind of join forces here and partner up?
Well, they have an innovative solution, and to do this full communication platform, they need to be able to be behind the pen. They need to be able to get to real member data, real member transactions.
Yeah.
And it's really a speed to market, I think, and a benefit to both of us. If we can simplify the way that they access the whole industry, which is our approach, so they can work with us and we give them access to 12 plus growing cores and 19 integrations, et cetera, it helps them be able to help their customers immediately, as opposed to going through development cycles that may take 6, 9, 12, 18 months in order to make that happen. And we're here because we learn what they're doing and why they're doing it. We don't like to be people who are just matching fields together. Right? We like to know what is the value that's actually being created. And so when they invited us, we figured out how to free up our schedules and show up.
And here you are. And you kind of get immersed into the culture here, especially at this conference. Yeah. So because it's there's some pretty deep dives at this one right now. So and getting back to the partnership though, because I'm sure they have conversations with their prospects or their credit unions that they want to work with. Hey, how do you guys connect to the core? What's that all about? And they go, oh, well, we're partnered up with Janusea, so it's not a big deal anymore. So is that kind of what you guys are hearing as well, or? Yeah,
I think Eltropy's team has done a really good job of asking the right questions of their clients, as they bring them on, like what core are you using, how are you leveraging, what kind of workflow, because obviously they have different modules that they're working with, so identifying the right integration kind of path with us, and then working with our team to appropriately set that up so onboarding starts to become more efficient, right? We, as a partnership, we had to figure out how the best to work together, but now we're kind of working in stride to make those things happen.
Well, like a lot of the technology announcements that they just talked about today and what they already have, a lot of credit unions want this stuff yesterday.
Yes.
Right.
And they don't want to have any hurdles getting their way in implementing these types of things. So what you guys do at Janusea certainly greases those wheels or streamlines that process, right?
Yeah, we work really closely with Eltropy's team. So credit unions know Janusea's involved. Credit union knows Janusea's enabling it. We're there to help provide any assurance of the expertise, questions around the core. We worked on joint marketing information, onboarding information for clients, and we'll represent ourselves as Janusea, Eltropy's core integration team, So when it comes to an implementation, we're right there together every time a credit union comes on that needs those extra connections to the core.
And getting this technology moving fast, because everything about technology or financial technology is all about speed. So getting this stuff going.
We're really excited because one of the latest ones that came to us is a credit union that's getting ready to convert cores. They're going to convert at the end of the month.
Okay.
They said, can we be live by the end of the month with connection and Eltropy? So
you're getting two birds with one stone there?
And we said, yeah, of course you can.
Wow. That's going to be a big project, but nothing that you guys can't handle?
No, it's all about the way we work together allows us to know, here's what we have to do, here's these 4 milestones that have to happen, how quickly they can happen, what overlaps. It's really nice to work with a team where we've had those conversations and everyone's saying, oh, well, we're going to do these in parallel because they're not dependent. And so we take these 4 steps that some credit unions are taking couple months to get done, and this credit union saying, oh yeah, we can get this done in 4 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay. So is it easy? Another question just popped in my head. Is it easier to do this type of project during a core conversion, or is it just kind of apples and oranges type of thing? So the real reason,
I don't know that it's easier because they have a lot going on.
Maybe I chose the wrong word, but
the reason
I think we allow them to be able to make that choice if they want to do it, because I think some people will put off things until a core is totally converted, and I think that's not always the right answer.
Yeah.
And I think we give them a choice in any part of it. Like, this is the first time actually we've been in line with a core conversion. Sometimes people want to do it before, so they have all the ancillary products in place, and then when they make the core conversion, they can move all the ancillary products as well. Or they kind of make the excuse and say, I don't want to do it till after, which could take them out way longer, right?
Gosh,
so
like
the fact that we can do it before and during is a big kind of selling point, I think.
Okay, good deal, good deal. So what do you guys want to achieve here? Obviously there's some great content. They're talking AI in the big room right now, but any other pieces of content or breakouts that you guys are interested in here that will help you guys enhance their partnership?
I think for me, they have integration breakouts, and so hearing about, obviously we're involved in the core integration, but kind of understanding the integration with the other systems that Eltropy connects to is a big one for me. And I think just hearing from credit union, again, as Kyle said, we're usually in the mapping, behind the scenes, the plumbing, but at least we can then, learn more about how people are leveraging Eltropy, so that gives us ideas as well.
Well, I had the privilege of sitting with you guys last night at dinner with another credit union, so I got to kind of see how you guys ask questions and see what the credit union's needs are and what they're looking for. So that was kind of a nice piece of insight that I haven't seen yet. So it gives me a little background on how you guys work it out. So all right, guys. Well, anything else to add before I let you get back in there? Kyle, I'm sure you got something.
It's a user group. So it's nice to be here at Eltropy's user group. Innovation doesn't happen in a vacuum. And so here we have people coming together. They all have this focus around what Eltropy is doing. Eltropy has many things, but they're putting in kind of this unified communication platform. And so we get a chance to hear what clients are sharing, which I know is a big value. We hear what Eltropy is announcing, and then there's the brainstorming, the collaboration between everyone. And I think that only enhances where we really find value. You can hear it in responses from people in the audience. You can hear it from people that are on panels. And so that's refreshing to not just be a conference that's all about education going one way, which I know no one ever intends that. But at the user group, it's really intentional to have a dialogue happening, and I know it's only first full day. And in the morning, I've heard every session someone say, well, it's because this client said this. It's because someone asked this question. It's because they were trying to solve this problem for their membership. Is why we did this solution, is why we took this next direction, is why we're up here even on stage talking about this solution. That's encouraging.
No doubt.
That's really exciting to be in this kind of atmosphere.
And what other industry can say that, where they can openly collaborate like that and say, okay, well, this isn't working, that's working. So it's kind of cool to be in a space like that where you can really collaborate. All right, guys. Well, Masako, anything else to add on your behalf as well?
Oh, I echo everything. I love listening and hearing feedback, so I think the way that Ashish and the Eltropy team have structured it, it's really encouraging to see how they're doing that.
For sure. Well, it allows you guys to do your jobs better and your technology better, just as it does Eltropy as well. So that feedback is crucial. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time, and
thanks, Mike.
Congrats on the partnership and continued success.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
Dynamic duo from Janusea with the jazz hands.
Yes.
Yeah. Studio Lounge interviews brought to you by Eltropy. Quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President CEO Tansley Stern's podcast, Despite Impossible. This episode is sponsored by the On With Origins podcast. Learn how credit union experts conquer today's toughest challenges while driving measurable results.